Back halftime here in the Dome. Tupelo trailing Starkville 24-22, but we're excited to be joined by Tupelo legend Tan White, class of 2001, retiring number 20 tonight. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
How exciting is it, right, to come back home and be honored, right, with everybody here, a packed house, a good rivalry game with Starkville?
Absolutely. Starkville was one of the big rivalry teams back in my days playing, so it's just exciting to be back in front of hometown, and especially like people like Starkville. Everybody knows to come out. This is always a rivalry game, and it brings the community together, and it's just exciting to be in front of everybody.
It's almost like an SEC feel, right,
yeah.
for a basketball game. And of course, you had a great career at Mississippi State, 2001 to 2005. 2,400 points, scored about every game, right? Ramon, she was wearing it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can remember watching her all the way from 8th grade and just her whole high school career. I can truly say one of the best players that I've ever seen. It's almost me and some of the guys now, we compare all the players coming up to Tan White. We were like, no, it's not even a comparison, but that's just the type of impact that she's made in this area and throughout, basketball and professional.
So, Tan, just being back, what kind of memories do you have being back in Tupelo? How long's it been?
Oh, I come home often, but this is the second time maybe I've been in this gym. This is a totally different gym than I played in.
Yeah.
But it always feels great coming back home, to be able to see, like Ramon said, to be able to watch the younger generation come up. You always try to look and see that diamond in the rough, which, they're all trying to feel themselves out and stuff like that. So it's always good to just come back and be able to see the younger generation play. Have you been able to keep up with Tupelo very much from afar, like the girls' basketball program in general, while you've been away? Yeah, most of the time I've been out of the country, but I've stayed in touch with Brent, and he normally give me updates on them, tell me how far they're going. I remember last year or the year before, they was so close to the state, to the champion, Yeah. And so I followed the last couple of years. I've been following pretty closely with him. He's been in contact. Speaking of that, being close to the state championship, you've won one. Right. You won one in 2001. What was that journey like, just within the scope of your career as a basketball player? What did it mean to win the state championship? Not a lot of people get to do that. Right. I tell you, it's like like Ramon mentioned just earlier. We went like 2 or 3 times, 3 times actually.
Absolutely.
And we came up short. And the moment that we actually won, it was like, you're always trying to win, get over that hump. And when you finally do, it's like, oh my God, it seems so surreal, So winning that title for me it was important to actually bring home that championship throughout that year, because I had fought so hard to try to get one. So I was blessed to just get one my final year, and it meant a lot. And, to win the state championship, get to Mississippi State, play on a great team there for your career in college, then get drafted 2nd overall. Right. 2nd pick in the first round from Tupelo, Mississippi, right? Very cool for you, and a career in the NBA or WNBA that lasted a while. Right. Yeah, I had 4 great years at Mississippi State. That right there was a tester for me coming from Tupelo. I'm playing against the great players at that time. I was fortunate enough to play with LaToya Thomas, somebody that was really great, and she was a good leader to me to help me, mentor me to the competition that was in college. I had a great career there. I went on to play in WNBA for 10 years, played overseas for a total of 18 years total. So I've had a great journey. I was fortunate enough to win 2 championships overseas. So I had a great journey. Yeah, we're very excited for you. A big ceremony coming up at halftime of the boys' game, and good crowd here to see it. And we're really proud that you are a Tupelo alum and glad to have you back in town for it. And thank you. You got a half left in you for this game. You think you can get out there and get you a jersey before we retire? I wish. Yeah, I wish.
Before you leave, you brought up LaToya Thomas. Do you remember that game? When y'all were going back and forth? I think she had 52 points and you had 50. Was that right? Does
I
that sound like
remember
that?
this game.
Yes.
I remember this game.
That's probably one of the greatest high school games I ever seen.
And I think if we're talking about the same game, she went to her knees because I think we won that game, right?
Yes, absolutely.
We
Over
talk
here in the
about
old
that all the
gym.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Come on
having me.
back anytime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Tan White, thank her for joining us. We'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll return after this.
Appreciate it.